So I tell this chick, I don't do that anymore, all right? Now I'm like a star. I don't have to do that. You know, what's the big deal, all right? She gets all pissed off, and I said, listen, you're asking me to denigrate, you know, my... What are we talking about?
For those of you named John, Detore, denigrate means to put down.
Did I use the word denigrate?
If it's denigrate, it's Tommy Zman stuff.
You guys don't know what I was referring to, and my wife, if she's watching this, you have no clue.
Denigrate is what zombies do. They die, they come back to life, and that process of coming back to life is denigrating.
Fellas, Gary! That's Gary Korb. See the face? He just got a haircut. He's all fresh for the holidays. Wow. You done lighting your candles, buddy?
Yep.
Good. I didn't start.
It was fun.
There's a reason for that.
Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to the Cigar Advisor Review Panel. And today we're going to be talking about the Aging Room Maduro Mazzo. Actually, it's a Toro, and it's a 6x54 dimension. It has a Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper and an all-Dominican filler. So let's start with Lou and talk about the appearance.
Well, I think we can all agree that it's really a great cigar to look at. You know, very beautiful. I think it's obviously well made. You can hardly see any of the seams from a construction standpoint. With that cap sliced off like perfectly cleanly. I use a guillotine. I know some of you guys are punch guys, but I prefer a guillotine. And you know, you always appreciate when a cap comes off in like a nice flat disc. You know what I'm saying? That perfect type of construction. So it's a Maduro wrapper. So I don't know if you can see it from there, but you know, it's a little more rugged, I think, than you know, than a regular natural looking wrapper might be. But it's
that nubbly look.
Exactly.
Kind of thick,
I mean,
toothy.
It's exactly
Almost
right.
Connecticut broadleafish, almost.
Yeah.
That
Could
type
be,
of-
could be. But it's like it's like a real oily. You know, it's almost like you feel like it's furry or something. You know what I'm saying? It's got a texture.
What the hell
to
is
it.
he talking
It's
about?
got a texture to it. What would you like to know?
Well, that's what I was talking to that chick about. This sounds like I'm going back to that same conversation.
So what do we got here? We got a 5-year aged
Nicaraguan.
5-year aged Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper.
Now, Rafael has a special way of curing this.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't think he's giving away any secrets.
Yeah.
In fact, the core is Dominican, and they're not even saying what Dominican tobaccos are using.
Yeah.
So it's a secret blend.
I think it's funny, just to talk on that for a second. You know, Taranya wrote an article, I forget what, it might have been in the May issue. Can we have a fact checker work on that, please? And but he wrote about you know, knowing what constituent tobaccos are in a cigar, and his argument was like it's not even worth, you know, really knowing. I kind of agree with him. I don't mind not knowing what's in here, because
I don't either,
what difference does it make to me, honestly, if it's Piloto Cubano or, you know, where the Lajero is from, or
Right.
We're a half-inch in. I don't care what it's made of. It's goddamn good.
yeah, it may as well be made of solid gold.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when we were passing these out before we got started. You know, you're talking about the construction, you're talking about the appearance, toothy, nubbly, however you would call it. I know you said Maduro makes you nervous.
It makes me a little nervous.
Why does it why do you fear Maduro? What's to be scared of? It's not gonna hurt you.
Okay. Yeah, they removed Junior from my title on my business cards, so I guess they're stuck with me for a while. They're stuck with me for 2 reasons. One, they took Junior off my card, which means I'm a full copywriter now, so says my card. And 2, they paid for all those cards, so they have to keep me around until I hand out every single one of those business cards to make it, you know, economical for them. So I'm sticking around for a while. Suck it, Lou.
Well, I know Jonathan is very excited ever since we took the word junior off of his title from junior copywriter to just straight copywriter. What I didn't have the heart to tell him was that in order to get him business cards, it was going to cost an extra $14 to have junior printed on them for all the extra ink. So it's not that we promoted him, it's that we saved a couple of bucks by not printing as many words on his business card. Sorry, John.
Well, when you're a newbie cigar smoker, everybody starts off with a lighter shade wrapper. They start off with Connecticut, Cameroon, all that stuff. And one day, because my brother used to work here, and when he would come home with cigars every once in a while, and he came home with a Tarano that was a Maduro, and he gave it to me, and I lit it up, and about 20 minutes in, 10 minutes in, I started getting the hand sweats and started feeling a little nauseous. So for the next for the next 2 years, I didn't smoke like any dark wrapper cigars because I was petrified of it.
Fear is usually born out of the unknown, and I think in this case, Detore just doesn't know what a Maduro is. You know, maybe he just thinks it's a darker cigar. That's obviously not the case. You know, Maduros are darker, but any dark cigar isn't necessarily Maduro.
This is redeemed Maduro for me, though.
Yeah.
This is fully redeemed Maduro for me.
Really?
It is Christmas.
It's good that
it
you-
is Christmas in my mouth.
Wow.
All right,
You
well,
had me
what,
at Christmas.
What up, Santa?
He said, what? See, rolling in those cigars. Dope.
Why don't we go to Tommy and talk about who's going to talk about the construction?
Well, here's
He hasn't even lit his
the
yet.
thing is, I didn't light mine up for a reason. Usually beforehand, we all smoke them a day, couple days before, get a feel for it, and then smoke it again here. I'm the only guy that didn't get a chance to because of my busy schedule. And why do you fellas laugh at me? I have a busy schedule.
They have you working a double at the strip club?
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, how
yes.
about it?
Yes.
He's a floor mopper. I think he got a promotion.
Come on, I was on stage doing acts. Let's just leave it at that.
Help me feed my kids.
Yes. I don't care if it has 4 legs. That's what I have to say. This, I'll tell you what, you've heard of barrel aged, where they put it, this is pumpkin aged, okay? And the guys know it. No, you know what I mean? The pre-light taste of this thing, boys, is like nothing I have ever tasted, and we all talked about it beforehand. I would take a pumpkin hollowed out and keep the cap and then pull it off and then pull my cigars out of it. That's gonna be I think that's Raphael's humidor.
Pumpkin door?
The pumpkin door.
Now, Tommy, seriously, you smoke like you were saying that a big pumpkin, if we have this in the big pumpkin, and you have to imagine that in our factory, you know, we're a small company saving money, but so we have no cedars for the humidors. So he really thought that we got a big pumpkin, get everything out and put the cigars.
When we do our written reviews, which we'll post at cigaradvisor.com, you know, one of the things I had written was, it makes me want to dress in flannel and hunt my dinner.
John Pulo said that the pre-light taste made him want to put on flannel and go out and hunt for his dinner, which I thought was kind of cute. But, you know, can't you see him in the flannel pajamas with a little ass drawer thing that opens up so he can take a dump in the little footy pajamas? Holy God, John, I don't want a vision of that. And you're going to go out and hunt?
You also get that on the Aroma.
glasses.
Yeah.
So all the smoke that comes up if you do the Lou waft technique, it draws.
That's patented. So make sure you mention my name every single time you
Yeah.
waft.
Oh,
okay?
this
It's
is
called the
official
Lou
now?
Waft.
It's
It's
the
official.
Luwaft?
Yeah, it happens.
Is that one word or is there a dash?
It's called the Luwaft.
The Lou waft.
Guys, I don't want to light this thing. I was going to say I want to keep this in my mouth all night, but probably I'll go with a different line. Why don't I just...
Smart idea.
Why don't I just light this up? You guys go ahead.
While you light that up, John, why don't you address the taste and the burn and the draw?
Well, I had actually done a very poor job of lighting it to begin with, but as we're about now 3/4 of an inch in, the burn has evened out
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah.
So even if you screw it up, it finds a way to fix it itself for you.
Well, we have a cigar with great construction. Thank you very much. I have to say that, but it's the truth. You get great construction. You get outstanding aged tobacco that started on the preparation of the soil, and that's what you get. It should burn. If not very well, if you light it up very well, it will burn extremely well. But if you were not paying attention to the lighting process, it still will even up, and that's what you get from great construction, great aged tobacco, and a great preparation of the soil.
Well, it's right off the bat. I'm getting spicy. Did you get spicy right
Okay,
off the bat?
what do you?
Yeah,
what
but
do you
not
mean
too
by-
much. We've done this before with South Beach, right? Another one of Raphael's with South Beach, and that freaking killed me with spice.
But what do you mean by spice? Is it like pepper?
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm
peppery.
getting it very peppery.
Yeah.
It's
But right off the bat,
It's peppery,
so-
but not as peppery as the South Beach was.
Right. the
I
South
remember
Beach
that
was-
one like dried out my eyes.
If I could describe this cigar as far as flavor, in general terms, it's just sweet.
Yeah.
It was sweet all the way through on the sample I had yesterday, and also it just tastes sweet. Well, first of all, it should taste some sweetness in it because the Maduro would be naturally sweet.
Yeah.
Right, of
And
course.
Nicaraguan Maduro, for some reason, has a nice natural sweetness to it.
When we talk about sweetness, and people have asked me this, do they put sugar in the cigar? Is there stuff added? No, it's the way the leaf is cured, it's the way it's blended, is why and how it produces the flavors and produces the sweetness, much like wine does, right?
Well, the sweetness comes exactly from the sugars that are inherent in the leaf.
Yes, there are sugars that come through the curing process.
Right, exactly, and this is why it's so important to smoke slowly and to correctly light a cigar, because you want those sugars once they caramelize, then you taste that sweetness, Whereas if they carbonize, then you taste a charry flavor.
So interesting, caramelize, which is a good word to use. I'm thinking of onions on
That's
a burger.
exactly
but that's
the
what it
illusion
does.
that I make every single time, is that when you smoke, you want to envision a pan of onions in some butter that you're caramelizing very slowly. They turn brown, they turn sweet, very aromatic. Go ahead and throw those pans or throw those onions into a hot pan with no fat, no oil in it,
Right.
and what happens? They burn, obviously, and they become bitter and ashy, and it really stinks. So that's the difference. You want to think about, and all you're doing in that process is a question of what are you doing to the sugars.
Well, last time I was looking through Lou's window, I saw him cooking, and he was, wafting the flavors and everything. So I'm glad he didn't see me. That's all I can tell you.
The reason why Gary knows these things, he routinely peeks in people's windows. He's watching. He knows. I get phone calls. So, I saw you were having chicken for dinner last night. How does he know? I was watching you.
There's so many things going on at the Pulo house. I just can't help but sort of peek in.
Let me ask you this then, because you're a big full-bodied guy. Would you consider this? No.
Would you characterize him as
sturdy?
I didn't mean full-figured.
Hey, John, by the way, no jacket and you didn't shave. Who are you trying to impress today?
You're looking off today.
What
bro.
audience?
is that?
What audience demographic are you trying to hit today?
Yeah, how about it?
No idea, man.
What happened to you?
I
You
wook
look like
up-
rode hard,
I-
put away wet.
I came in late, had a rough night.
Some cougar had her way with you last night, didn't she?
The young fella today, usually he's all coiffed and queefed and he's got his fancy suit coat.
So the kid slept in his car for a night. We've all been there. He just happens to come away looking a little worse than the rest of us.
I didn't shave, and I'm not wearing a blazer or a suit or anything today because the water's out in my apartment. Apparently, in this economy, you're still supposed to pay for water. I live right next door to a river. I should just be able to jump in when I want, or at least have a pump that I could put into the river to run it up through my faucet. But no, my dumb super still wants me to pay for the water. I really just don't understand it. It should be included.
Christmas. And the cigar smells like Christmas. And Yankee candles. This coming from the king of Axe body spray. You know how much self-control it took to be able to sit next to that guy without losing lunch or breakfast or both? This shirt took 30 minutes to air out. It smelled like a hooker's foot.
Well, we're smoking this in the morning. Yesterday we smoked it in the afternoon.
This is not a
Would
morning
you say
cigar.
it's not a morning cigar?
This is not a morning cigar.
Yeah, it's 10
I'm
a.m. here
enjoying
in
it,
Easton, Pennsylvania.
You
And
know
no,
what?
it's not. And I have a totally clean palate, no breakfast.
What?
Just some coffee here, and I'm like, wow.
I'm glad that Lynn works here at Leaf Restaurant where we do all of our shoots, and I'm glad that Lynn always provides us with some coffee because this cigar goes
nice, Lynn.
amazing with coffee. And yes,
It
thank
really
you, Lynn.
does.
You're the best. I always like to give shout outs to people that I adore, and Lynn is one of those people. She's cool. Plus, I'm trying to get some special favors like free coffee. Like today, I need some something to get me going again because I am just not feeling it. My BAC is always hovering at around 0.15 in the office. Everything that I do, it goes back to the whole water thing. Because I can't get fresh, clean water to drink, vodka is cheaper than water. Let's just face it, vodka is cheaper than water. So I've just been pounding vodka for like the past month.
I think it would go well with a good tawny port too.
Yeah.
Something
no
a
doubt
little,
about it.
something to
Yeah,
kind of
sweetness
balance
to-
against the sweetness.
yes,
Absolutely.
But the
But,
coffee does go great with
The
this.
coffee is
I think a scotch would kill with this.
right now.
After
The
dinner,
coffee is making
Wow,
the cigar right
sad
now.
town.
Single malt, Balvenie, double wood,
I
12-year-old.
said it before,
Oh.
this is like smoking a glass of scotch.
Yeah.
This is freaking awesome.
Because it's got body out the yin yang, but it's smooth as hell.
One day we're gonna get Rafael Nodal in here and tell us about this. What do you guys think?
I think we
Yeah.
hold him down and force his secrets out of him.
What do you do, man?
Yeah.
But now on a serious note, and talking about the blend, and you guys all came out with different ideas and different things that you tasted, like the sweetness and also the complexity and the spicy on the wrapper. Let me tell you, for me, blending cigars is like cooking, and I love Indian food, and I go to some Indian restaurants where it's so spicy that my mouth hurts, and I'm sure it was good food. I just all I remember was how spicy it was. When I feel the same thing, and I blend my cigar the same way. I like to be able to taste what I'm really smoking, and what we done with the aging room, especially in the Maduro, is to get us away from that, from just a very spicy. I was looking for flavor, and I was looking for aroma, also complexity. Don't get me wrong, but mixing the Nicaraguan Maduro with an old Dominican blend allows us to do that. And if some of you got the sweetness and some of you got the spicy, it is true, because what we try to do is to get the sweetness of this Maduro that has been aged a tremendous amount of time, okay, and normally with the spicy of this our ligero tobacco. And it is funny that you guys came with both, because the idea that we had was how to get a cigar that is complex. It has character, has a lot of flavor to it, is well balanced, and it has the sweetness of the Maduro, aged Maduro, that it brings together with a little bit of spiciness. And I think we did it. And your comments is really all that we were looking for.
That's pretty much it for the Aging Room Maduro Mazzo. And it's called Mezzo because, for those of you who don't know, Rafael
He's a big Mets fan.
Nobody's a Mets fan.
He's a musician. He's a graduate of Juilliard, and he likes to, like Avo, he likes to give his cigars like sometimes a musical name. So look at that ash.
I'll tell you what, this is.
No, the ash.
Really?
I'm twerking! Hey, I'm twerking here!
All right, Miley.
Tommy, stop the twerking.
Tommy's he's like a barrel on stilts. The guy's, the guy has no ass. He's got these little twigs for legs, and I just imagine, his wife kicking his ass probably hurts her foot because.
Your butt?
Yeah.
Like they do this?
It's hard to make heads or tails of what you're doing when you've got a 50-year-old man's ass in your face.
Tommy, stop the twerking.
Luke, you want to see how to twerk?
Not really.
You come on. I'll show you. All right. What you got to do? You bend over a little bit. You go pop, pop, pop. Like Miley. Do it like Miley. Let that singe into your brain. Typically when you twerk, you're supposed to be full bootied, as I call it. Tommy has zero ass. He has a negative ass. It looked like a crescent moon bouncing up and down.
Twerking? Really?
So this just came in from our legal department. The publishers of Cigar Advisor magazine would like to publicly apologize for Tommy Zman's use of the twerk during the review of Aging Room Maduro. We apologize to our fans, we apologize to Rafael Nodal, and we apologize to common decency.
Tommy, stop the twerking. Anyway, we got to wrap it up.
No, we don't.
So,
I don't want to work. I want to sit here and smoke cigars all day. Isn't that what we do?
This is work.
People think that this is what we do. We sit around.
And
People are right.
They're absolutely right. I mean, I know you people. Like, we see
Turns
the
out
comments.
people are smart.
We see the comments on Facebook. We see the comments on YouTube. Oh my God, where can I get a job like this? You can't. It's an inside. It's an inside job here. It's a special group. It's like, what do they call that group of guys that really run the world? Those
Illuminati.
special global guys that meet.
the
Is that what it is? That's what we are in the cigar world. You're gonna have to pay a lot of money if you want to get in on this. So,
Cigar Illuminati.
And we'll take Cigar Illuminati. The symbol, really? That's my symbol for something else. But okay.
Well, anyway,
That's right, Illuminati is just snatched. That's your symbol.
Oh wow.
please make sure that you visit us on our Facebook page
Just awful.
and our YouTube page if you want to see this review.
YouTube page, yeah. Go to the
Actually, if
Cigar
you're watching this
Advisor
review,
magazine
you're-
YouTube page, right?
Hey, it's enough for you.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
I think that probably every time Tommy talks, Gary should just cut him off with a megaphone. That's what I think.
All right, did you guys see that bullshit? Gary picks up the megaphone and starts yelling at me like I'm a friggin' 2-year-old. I mean, all right, I didn't think he was going to give the web address, Cigar Advisor Magazine. A lot of people don't know to look for the magazine. And hey, Zman, you're an stupid fat polar.
Boy, Gary hit a nerve, didn't he?
Anyway, visit the Cigar Advisor YouTube page. It's YouTube/Cigar Advisor Magazine, and of course our Facebook page, Facebook Cigar Advisor. And don't forget to leave your comments too, because we want to know what you think.
Like, share, and subscribe.
So until next time,
Comments. We want comments.
It's an incredible aroma. I just
Yeah.
really.
Hi, I'm Rafael Nodal, and I'm karate chopping high prices.